Talk to me about what you're feeling tonight as Shaq goes to the rafters, something that your father envisioned a long time ago.
I'd never heard that story that Shaq just told about what Jerry West said to him when he first came, that either you're going to be up in the rafters or you might be a big bust. But, I think that, looking back at that era of Lakers basketball, it's going to be hard to ever replicate what Shaq brought, not only just the physical power and the great basketball game, but Shaq is an entertainer. And every game was an event. I'll never forget when it was a Clippers game, and it was Shaq's birthday. And he decided, I think you scored 61 points, Shaq. And even though it was a Clippers home game, you turned that whole building into Shaq fans. And I just love that ability. And we miss it. We still miss it. And I'm proud to add your name to the wall of Laker greats.
Jeanie, you mentioned him turning the Staples Center, even on Clipper night, into Shaq night. How do you feel now when you see the Clippers getting so much love, so much attention? In some ways, they've become the front runner in LA.
I have a lot of respect for that organization. I don't really look at what they do as competing with what we do. We're two different organizations, and I'm happy to see them do well. I mean, the best playoffs I could imagine would be the Lakers and the Clippers playing together in the playoffs, which hasn't happened yet. And of course, with the Lakers winning, but
of course.
I think it would be fun for the city.
I know a lot of people have put the Lakers under fire and criticism for some of the moves that have been made.
I think that you brought up earlier the team of 2004 with Gary Payton and Karl Malone. And I think that this season had that same kind of expectation going into it, that I think there was talk that we might even go after the Chicago Bulls 72-game record season. But as we've seen, that hasn't happened. And the Lakers are fighting for the 8th playoff spot, and hopefully we'll get there. And I think any team that Kobe Bryant's on has a chance to win.
If you could do it again, are there any things different that you all would do in terms of acquisitions, in terms of coaching? What do you think is sort of going wrong this year?
I don't have any say in that department. I'm in charge of business operations, but I'm certainly a Lakers fan, and I think that when you change coaches in the middle of, not the middle of the season, early in the season, it's just another hurdle that you have to overcome, and it takes time. And hopefully, we'll be able to get that all figured out as the playoffs begin.